Hi there, and welcome to this episode of Write With Me at IELTS Juice. Today we have a letter, and the rubric is over here. It says, you recently did a short cookery course. So we're talking about maybe a 3-month course, very intensive, 2 months, I don't know, 12 weeks, whatever it is, but it's a short course. And it's about cooking, of course, as the name suggests. The cookery school has asked for your feedback on this course. All right, so you did a course and pay attention to the grammar. It says you did, so it's past simple, it's over, it's finished, done. Now you're asked to give feedback. Then the second part starts and it's interesting. It says, write a letter to the course director at the cookery school. This is the letter we are going to write. Who is going to read it? The director of the cookery course, the person who's the main character behind the syllabus. He or she might be the dean or the principal of the school or not. That's not important. But this guy, man or woman, is behind this syllabus, this course. So you're writing to the most important, the most vital element behind, arguably, of course, behind this course. In your letter, there are 3 bullet points as always. One says, describe what you enjoyed about the course. Basically, you liked the course. Look at the question here. It says what you enjoyed. So this is a course that was fruitful for you. You learned a lot of things. You liked the course. Say how much cooking you have done since the course. Okay, so maybe you have already used your knowledge and applied it to the real world and you cooked some, I don't know, fancy dishes. So it's a good opportunity to include that and brag about it and say, yeah, I did it, yeah, into your letter. And finally, suggest another cookery course you would like the school to offer. That the last one is also very interesting. Before we begin, you know that we need to decide on the register. We need to make sure that the letter is either formal or informal. Correct. The letter is formal because you are writing to a person whose job is to create a course and help you become a professional chef, someone who is productive and you can maybe earn a living, or maybe it's a side hustle, you can earn some money, or it's a hobby, whatever it is, you will become a productive member of the society. And for you to understand that, you pay for the service. You probably paid for the course. The quality of the course was impressive. You enjoyed it. That's why this is a formal letter. In the salutation, remember that we are talking about the person behind the course you just took. So it's, of course, somebody whose name you know. You know this individual's name. So you should start by saying, because it is formal, Dear Ms. Johnson, or Dear Mr. Robinson, or any other names. I'm just giving you some fake names, of course. But the organization is important because it is formal. You need to address that individual by their surname. It's formality. And then we need to set the tone. Remember from the first bullet point, you enjoyed the course and it's a formal letter. So you need to maintain formality and you need to be appreciative because you are very pleased with the course. You were very happy to take the course. You learned a lot and it was an enjoyable experience for you. So when you write the very first sentence, the tone of the sentence should be formal and appreciative. You appreciate everything this course has given you so far. And in the first sentence, because you are writing to a very busy individual, you need to make sure that you say exactly which course you're talking about. In the first one, please include some details. You need to say that I am writing this letter to express my utmost gratitude, or to show how pleased I am with the course I took in in summer 2020, I don't know, 2023, whatever the date is. Or you might want to include the course code, the cookery course code, blah, blah, under the guidance of chef, whatever, you come up with a name. Ratatouille would be a good name, but make sure you spell it correctly. But anyway, you can come up with some details here, because remember, this guy is a very busy guy, and you want to make sure that in your first letter you remain formal. In your first sentence in the letter, you remain formal and appreciative, and basically you tell this person which course you are giving feedback on. So this makes sense. Your very first sentence is important. Avoid saying things like hope you're fine, hope this is good, I am fine, what about you, how's family. Avoid saying these things completely. Just go straight to the point. And then my suggestion, because you are showing your appreciation, go ahead and address the first bullet point. What does the first bullet point ask us? Describe what you enjoyed about the course. So here we go. Let's see what we enjoyed. Name it. Say it. Maybe it was the method of the course delivery. Maybe how comprehensive the course was. Like if it was about the Chinese cuisine, you covered everything about the Chinese cuisine, do's and don'ts, things you need to follow, and how you, or maybe you already knew how to prepare Chinese, for example, dishes, but you took this course to say, all right, there are some modifications to the dishes that if we follow, it will appeal to the Western cultures even better. So that would be a very, very good point. But please go ahead and say it over there. I usually suggest that you just go for one item. IELTS here doesn't say just like they describe the items you enjoyed. There's no plural in this first bullet point, so you can just mention one item. It's okay if you want to say, yeah, there were two things that I really enjoyed, this and that. Okay, fine. And that would be nice, but this will make your paragraph a little larger. And then you actually need to create another paragraph, give it a topic sentence, and this is going to be more explanation on the items that you enjoyed in this course, which again is going to make this letter larger, because then I need to introduce another body paragraph here. So my suggestion is just keep it simple. So you just mention one item and what that is, and don't just say try to explain it. That's why maybe I can put it over here so that you come up with 3 sentences that which course it was, and you're very pleased, and then it's especially what you really enjoyed about it, and you just give us some extra information about the item that you enjoyed. And then we carry on. Now say how much cooking you have done is the second bullet point. So in the second bullet point, you need to go ahead and say how much cooking you have really done. So go ahead and give us some details. Maybe, there you go. I see 2 details here, but I don't see the detail I want. There you go, I found it. So let's say, yeah, you need to say what you have done. You can say 1 item. Again, there is no restriction here, and you can just leave it at that. But make sure you give it a lot of description and go into detail. This is the area where you can show the knowledge of vocabulary you have about food and a special course you took. Try to show off to the director how much you actually learned. Use technical terms about cooking. Use special names, whatever you know, and you can spell them correctly. 2 important elements. If that is not the case and you cannot go deep, my suggestion is to expand it a bit. So maybe instead of talking about 1 event that you prepared a meal for, maybe you can explain 2 different events, and then you can start talking about the events. One was a wedding ceremony, the other was a friendly casual gathering. And doing this technique also helps you if you do not know a lot of words about cooking. You can just expand. Maybe you know words about wedding or graduation parties or I don't know, casual gatherings among friends. Maybe they were your friends. They wanted to, say, it's this. The conversation usually starts like, "Hey, Jack, for example, for 3 months you have been learning new skills in cooking. When are you going to show us what you've learned?" And then you say, "Okay, Saturday evening, join me here, there, at this location, and I'm going to prepare a 3-course meal for you that you have never seen or tasted before." There you go. Anyway, that's besides the point, but this is also another strategy that would work. Finally, suggest another cookery course you would like the school to offer. So you need to come up with a suggestion. Before I put it over here, I need to say that this is going to be our last sentence, paragraph. So we need a closing statement. Your closing statement can be the suggestion. Yeah, you can just suggest in the closing statement that you are very happy and this can continue, and you are curious to know a little bit about, now you did everything about the Chinese cuisine. What about Japanese cuisine? Maybe Thai cuisine, maybe Eastern European cuisine. Whichever it is, that can be included here. And you can just connect this joy and happiness and satisfaction with something that can follow in the future. And you can, of course, add more information or give more details. But I would like to finish this right now by saying that you can Again, express your gratitude. Please do. I know you have done it already, but the fact that they took the time to read your letter is something totally different. The fact that they helped you learn cooking is one item, but the fact that you gave them this feedback and they took the time to read it and they are hopefully going to implement some of the ideas or things you mentioned here in the following courses or in the following semesters or generally in the future, deserves gratitude, deserves your appreciation in advance. And you finish it off by saying your valediction, saying that, yeah, basically, if you started by the uh, director's name, you finish it by saying sincerely yours sincerely. But if you don't put any names here, you finish it by saying yours faithfully or faithfully yours. Doesn't matter. Anyway, this is a very straightforward setup. No complications, no extra paragraph is needed. This is basically what you can express, what you can say, and you can give this one a try. If you wish to see a sample like this, done, assessed, and improved, you can click over here. If you want to see other letters or essays planned like this, click over here. And remember, eat healthy,